Hey, it's Casey from Shredded Wheat, and today I'm going to be taking you through my CD collection. Now, I've been collecting CDs officially for like a year. I've been getting into CDs a lot more often lately, and by next year I'm going to completely cut off Spotify and only use CDs and cassettes. I have these all in alphabetical order, and I'm going to take an album out and talk about it, if I liked it or not, and what memories I have with that album. The first one, I think this is Andrew Peterson. My dad got this one signed. This is my dad's CD. I really don't remember what this album sounded like, but this is like, I think this is a small artist. I don't know. I didn't look him up. I might have to listen to this again because I don't remember it. I found this in a CD box in our attic, so. Okay, next is another album I have not listened to. I promise I've listened to basically all of these except for these first few. This is Audio Adrenaline, a great band. I think this is their first album, but I have not listened to it. This is one I've listened to countless times. I listened to this a lot in senior year of high school, and this one has Big House on it. If you heard that one, that's a pretty famous one. I think that's their most listened to song on Spotify. Yeah, the best songs on here are probably Big House and one called Jesus and the California Kid, which starts out like a Beach Boys type of song, but then goes rock and in between. It's really interesting. It's like two songs in one, so you should listen to this. This is a good album. Here's another Audio Adrenaline album called Underdog, and I think I have listened to this entire album. I know I've listened to the first few at least. Yeah, Get Down, that's the third track on this, is awesome. If I make a movie, I want to start it with that song. You have the main character riding down the road on a bicycle, throwing the paper on the neighbors' yards, like that kind of thing. Beau Coup, Born and Raised on Rock and Roll. This might be one of my favorite albums out of all of these. I can't say of all time because I really don't have a favorite album of all time. That changes so much. I found this album by Spotify Autoplay. If I remember, I was listening to a lot of Stranger Things, a lot of music that was used in Stranger Things, like Should I Stay or Should I Go and Rock You Like a Hurricane. It was always after I played Rock You Like a Hurricane that the song Somewhere Out in the Night would play, and that's the second track on this album. I really thought it was more popular. I thought this was like a classic rock song that everyone knew, but it's not. It should be. This needs to make a comeback. This is such a deserving album, and it was in 1985 when like there were too many bands at that time, so obviously some are gonna get overshadowed, and this is one of them. I made a video about this band actually a long time ago. You don't have to watch that video, but if you want to, I can link it in the description or wherever that icon is in the corner. This is a good album. You gotta listen to this all the way through. Yeah, Somewhere Out in the Night is definitely the best song on this album. I'll have favorite songs on this album depending on the day. Like Find the Way, Jane, Sweet Rachel, Uptown LA, Still My Heart. Like all of these songs are so good. I especially like Uptown LA because it feels like straight from a musical. Like this could be the opening number to a musical about Los Angeles. I even have a shirt of the album that I found on eBay for about $35, and I've never seen another one like it ever. I also bought this for $40 on eBay, which blows me away that I spent that much on a CD now, but I'm glad I did because I see it for like $100 on eBay. I've seen a CD for that much for. This is a good album, but it is not worth $100, I'll tell you that. The Essential Billy Joel. My sister gave me this album, and it only has one CD when there should be two. Yeah, I only got the second part of it, not the first part with Piano Man or Anthony's Song, but it does have Uptown Girl, The Longest Time, We Didn't Start the Fire, a lot of the really good ones. I got introduced to a lot of good songs from this album. Goodnight Saigon or Sagon, the first one I think that's pronounced. That's an amazing song. I got goosebumps when I first heard that. I have a very vivid memory of roller skating down my neighborhood streets at like 3 a.m. listening to this on my portable CD player. Just go listen to like his top 10 on Spotify or something, or buy this. Just looking at this album made me want to get it. I found this at a place called Zin's Bins where they take returned Amazon orders that apparently Amazon didn't want. So I got a CD for 50 cents maybe. It was really cheap. This is a very like blues rock kind of album. The first song is definitely the best and the most memorable, called Cleopatra. I would heavily suggest listening to that. If you don't listen to the whole album, just listen to that song. Yeah, this is a good album to have on the back. In the back. Tailspin Headwhack is just such an That's such a great name for an album. I thought that was the band name, but it's Chris Duarte, if I'm saying it right. But Tailspin Headlock could also be an awesome band name. Oh, okay. I thought this was a different album. Yeah, royalty-free music for entertainers. I used one song off of this. This stuff is really good though if you find royalty-free music and sound effects at a Goodwill or some thrift store. But I found this in my attic with like the Audio Adrenaline stuff. So it's okay. It has really basic songs. I'm gonna say this about most of the albums that I have here, but this is a great album and you should listen to it. At least the whole thing, yeah. But it has Girls Just Wanna Have Fun and Time After Time, Cyndi Lauper's best songs. But Money Changes Everything is a great song, a great opener. I was listening to the song He's So Unusual. It's really quiet compared to the rest of the album, and it's like some 1950s vibe song, and it's just really quiet. And then Yeah, the last one is like heavy rock and it's super loud, and I was in my car and I turned the volume up for He's So Unusual, and then I almost went deaf when the last song came through. So that was a unique experience. Jesus Freak, great album, though I have yet to listen to the entire thing, so I suppose I can't say that. At least the title track, number 3 on the album, Jesus Freak, is an amazing song. Jesus Freak is the Smells Like Teen Spirit for Christians, let's be honest. Here's another DC Talk album. I don't know if I mentioned that other album, Supernatural, but that's a DC Talk. No, this is Supernatural. Jesus Freak is a DC Talk album, and this one is as well. I have yet to listen to the entire thing, but the song Since I Met You, that's a great song. That could be like the beginning of a movie as well. And once you think it's gonna end, it just goes on for another verse and a chorus. So it's a great song. That's such a great cover too. It's like retro futurism. I want that on my disc. I want that TV. What I don't like about this though is that this is like the writing is opposite to every other CD. Every CD you can lay it flat like this with the album up and it will have the writing like this. But if you put this one flat on top, it's upside down. It's such a small detail, but why? Dev Lemon's signed album. While I like Dev Lemons as a YouTuber, this isn't really my jam. Like, I can definitely find entertainment from listening to this, but it's a very niche genre. I don't even know what genre it is. If you listen to any of these songs, you'll understand the vibe of it. She screams a lot in this album. I love that album cover. It gives me a lot of nostalgia. I want to stay in that hotel room and that there's the inside. This album will change your life. The day this was released for pre-order on Joe Keery's website, I ordered it and I didn't listen to the album until this thing came out, or until it arrived at my house, because I ordered it and it didn't come until maybe 2 weeks after the actual album released on every other platform. I remember putting this in the CD player and laying on the floor of my bedroom and closing my eyes and listening to this whole album all the way through. And I really did not appreciate it. Like the first time I listened to an album, it's all really new information going into my head, and I can't, unless it's incredibly good and it's an earworm. I'm saying that you need to listen to an album over again after you listen to it to fully appreciate it. And that's what I did the other day when I listened to this whole album while I was doing some puzzles, and dude, I was getting goosebumps and it was blowing my mind, and I'm like, this is the greatest album that has ever happened. Lonesome is a State of Mind is very underrated. My issue is that Basic being basic, yeah, it's an alright song, but it's Joe's top 2 song on Spotify, and his top 1 is End of Beginning. In End of Beginning, it's a good song, don't get me wrong, but he has so many better songs, and the average person can't understand that. Like, the average person does not have a good music taste. If I was ranking these, this would be an 11 out of 10. Okay, this is the album I was thinking of when I took out that royalty-free track. This is not an official release because I cannot find an official release of this album. It's called Get Everett, He Will Explode. So I burned all the tracks from YouTube onto this disc. I don't know if that's legal or not, but I found this album a year ago. It might have been a year ago when I was watching Kylie Bogley, the YouTuber. Shout out to Kylie Bogley, she's an awesome YouTuber. She does a lot of Reddit mysteries and lost media and stuff like that. She was looking at a Christian animated movie about a mouse that someone found, and the studio that made that movie had a record company that produced this album, and it is awesome. It's like peak early 2000s punk rock. My only issue with this album is that a lot of the songs sound so similar when they start, Once you get into the lyrics, if you know the lyrics, it'll just go to your brain and you can sing the rest of the song. But the first few seconds, I cannot tell the difference between most of these, except for the first one starts out pretty hot. What's interesting about the bonus track on this album is that if you skip to it without listening to like the entire album all the way through, it'll take about 2 minutes to start the audio, but if you listen to the album entirely, the track will play instantly. I don't know how that works, but it's pretty cool. The bonus track is just a jam session of mostly of the song He Will Explode, which is an awesome song. It's an awesome song. This is an awesome album. I love this album so much, and it's a shame it doesn't have more exposure. Yeah, it's on Spotify, you can check it out, but you can't find any CDs, and the band only had one album. Like, the band is Get Everett. This was released in 2004, and it was their only release. You can find their website on the Internet Archive, and there's a fun website, I don't know. And they kind of just disappeared off the face of the earth after they released this album. There isn't much to say about this one. It's a country album. I also found at the Zin's Bin's place that I found the Chris Duarte Tailspin Headwack. I listened to this once over, and it was okay. It's 90s country, so whatever floats your goat. Jars of Clay. Not much to say because I haven't listened to this album either. I know I've heard one of their songs. I'm certain it's on this album, but I don't remember what song it was. It might be Flood or Liquid, Sinking, something about water, probably. I used to be so obsessed with this album. I don't know where we got this even, but we've had it forever. Yeah, it's a catchy musical. Like, if you're into musicals, check it out. If you're not, I don't know if you like it or not. But Joseph and the Amazing Technicolor Dreamcoat. This story is not entirely accurate to the Bible as far as I remember. I mean, I can't remember anything specific that didn't happen at all, but I'm pretty certain it's not accurate. I was obsessed with this like less than a year ago, and I forgot about it. I listened to maybe the first few tracks because I liked the first song, Spinning Around. It's very nostalgic. It's like S Club 7, but kids. Jump 5 is their name. They were a Christian like Disney band. It's a little cringe on the ears after the first track. Okay, now we're getting to the territory I know a lot about. So, for King and Country, definitely top 10 bands in my book of all time. That's bold of me to say. I don't know if I agree with that, but I listened to this so much on the trip I took with my family to New York over the summer. I listened to this in the airport, on the plane, maybe in the apartment, I don't remember. This entire album is immaculate. I can't even pick a song that I love on this one because they're all good. Like Light It Up, Proof of Your Love, Busted Heart, People Change, Middle of Your Heart, Love's to Blame, Fine Fine Line. Okay, Fine Fine Line. If you listen to any song in here, Fine Fine Line is the best one to listen to. Yeah, I have all of the For King and Country albums on disc. This is their second one. I haven't been naming any of these albums. Like this one was called Crave. This one is Run Wild, Live Free, Love Strong, and it is so great. This is more like like the Christian worship album. It's had a lot of stuff about God, but it was also like other topics. But this one feels more centered on God. Not that Crave is bad. Like that's it's a great album. But this one has Fix My Eyes, Shoulders, Oh God Forgive Us, It's Not Over Yet. Shoulders, the 5th track on this one. When I first heard this, I got goosebumps, and I think I cried listening to this. It's such a beautiful song. Yeah, in the beginning of the song, Joel says something like, when I look up to the mountains, does my help come from the mountains? No, my help comes from God who made heaven and the mountains. Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's what he says. Burn the Ships. I listened to so much of this in the car, just going places earlier this year. Like, all of these songs on here could be singles. I know a lot of them were, like Joy, God Only Knows, Amen, Burn the Ships, Together, like Fight on Fighter. All of these are amazing. I don't know if there's one best song on here. Burn the Ships is pretty awesome though. Lord and Dago, How Can It Be? This one also has... I just have good music taste, guys. Everything on this album is good. First, How Can It Be? Trust in You, My Revival, Loyal. Oh Lord, I Come Alive, Salt and Light. All of these are great. Okay, so we went from a lot of Christian pop and rock to Madonna, yeah. Guys, Madonna is good, okay? I know she like flaunts herself a bit too much, but her music is good. Papa Don't Preach, Open Your Heart, White Heat, Live to Tell, True Blue, La Isla Bonita. I would say Open Your Heart is the best song on here. That gave me goosebumps when I listened to it. And Live to Tell, the fourth one, that's a cover, so docking a little points for that one, Madonna. Yeah, this is one of my top albums on Spotify Wrapped. It might have been like the fifth one. Like a Virgin was one of my top albums. I don't know how that happened. I thought I listened to the first Madonna album more than that, but apparently not. Here we have Like a Prayer. Despite the cover and the back, this is a good album. Well, okay, Like a Prayer, good. Express Yourself, good. Love Song, not that great. Till Death Do Us Part, good song. Promise to Try, I don't remember what that is. Cherish, that's a great song. That should have been more popular than it was. Yeah, the rest of the songs, I don't remember. Like a Prayer, you can't deny that. You can't deny Like a Prayer is a good song. Despite the connotations and what it probably is talking about, it's a good song. I cannot say the same for this album. A very forgettable Madonna album. I only have this because I bought it. I bought a bulk of Madonna CDs. This is the only reason I have music by Madonna. I would not willingly buy this. You would think it's a country album, but no, it is just a dance album. I don't understand the vibes that she was going for on this album. Like, everything is so country. It's like a Hannah Montana album. And she even has a song called Nobody's Perfect, which is a Hannah Montana song. So, yeah, I don't remember any of these songs. This is one album I really wouldn't recommend. If anyone has other opinions, let me know. Madonna Immaculate Collection. I've listened to this all the way through about one time because there's 17 songs on it, but it has like all her good songs, like Holiday, Borderline Like a Virgin, Material Girl, Crazy for You, Open Your Heart, Vogue, all the classics. But this is a good one. Newsboys Shine, the hits. This is just a lot of good Newsboys songs, like Shine, I'm Not Ashamed, Breakfast, Reality. I remember listening to the fourth track, Reality, a lot. It like gave me goosebumps when I first heard it. It just puts me back in the shoes of who I was when I listened to that song for the first time and when I listened to it a lot at that time. I picked this album up only because of the first song, Bye Bye Bye. And after the second one, It's Gonna Be Me, you should not listen to any of these other songs. You do not need to listen to these. It's so stupid. The third song, it's like yippee-yay, yippee-yay, yippee-yay. That's like the chorus called Space Cowboy, yippee-yay. It's such a stupid song. And the fourth one, Just Got Paid. It's about getting paid on Friday and like spending it all on drugs and sex and stuff. It's really weird. Other than the first two tracks, this is a pretty bad album, I'm gonna be honest. You're gonna think this is coming way out of the blue, and then you're gonna see the rest of my CD collection. Yeah, my sister definitely put me onto this. Intentionally, probably not, but I vaguely remember her playing songs from this album in her car and me liking them. I really don't remember how I found this album, but I ordered it and got a CD for it, so I don't know what I would compare it to. McKenna Grace is like a carbon copy of this, so I wouldn't compare that to a carbon copy. Like, I can't compare this to McKenna Grace because McKenna Grace is a comparison to this Olivia Rodrigo, so it's like punk rock. Brutal, if I remember, it's about the world sucks because I'm 17 and everybody hates me, like that kind of thing. That's the vibe. That's the vibe of this album. Everyone hates me. I'm just a stupid teenager. I'm just a teenage dirtbag baby. I'll say Brutal or Jealousy are the best songs on here. Paul McCartney, All the Best. This is a compilation album, and I love that there are illustrations for each song on here. This one actually has a lyric sheet, and it has illustrations for the songs. I got this from a local record store. I might as well name drop it because I feel like it's gonna go out of business in a few years if it doesn't get more attention. It's called Co-op Records. It has all the greats, Band on the Run, Jet, Listen to What the Man Said, silly love songs. The story is pretty crazy with this one that I have. So I was listening to this on the way to a friend's house one night. Okay, I'll admit whatever I'm gonna tell you was really stupid. I was chewing gum and I rolled down the window and spit it out, which I shouldn't have done in the first place. But then when I looked up to the front window, I realized I was on the other side of the lane. So if there was a car coming, it would have hit me. And thank God there was no car. And yeah, I'm way more focused when I'm driving now. That was I could have died. That's awesome. It's a good album though. That doesn't undermine anything I just said. This is a good album. The best song is probably Band on the Run because there's like 3 songs in one, but Jet is also immaculate. That's a great song. Side note, a funny thing about this album is that it's called the Immaculate Collection, and now after getting this album, I find myself saying immaculate so much. Okay, the next album is Rebecca St. James, God. This is like rock 90s Christian pop. This is really great. A lot of the songs mix together, so they're not entirely memorable, but You're the Voice, that's a good one. And the remake of it that For King and Country did for the Unsung Hero movie, that's even better than the original song. And by the way, these people are siblings, and I did not know that until watching Unsung Hero, which is a movie about their lives. And I have the cassette of that. Let me know if you want me to make a cassette video as well. It would be like 2 minutes long. Okay, Roswell. If you haven't seen the show, I highly recommend it. This is the soundtrack to the show. I own all 3 seasons of this on DVD. I could have watched it on Disney Plus, but I decided to spend more money and order it from eBay. And so it took me like from the start of this summer to maybe September to finish the show, which only had 3 seasons. And I could have finished it in like a week, but why would I do that when I could experience it like normally, I want to say? The best songs in here are definitely Here With Me by Dido. That is the intro song. Then Sensefield, Save Yourself. That's an underrated song. That should have been like Billboard top 100. I have a Coldplay song in here, but I don't think it's that good. But Ash, Shining Light, that played as the outro to the show. I can play that on guitar and I love it. And then there's Have a Nice Day by Stereophonics. Oh, there's also a cover of Blackbird by the Beatles on here by someone called Doves that I couldn't find on Spotify. So I don't really know who that is, but he has a good voice. And here is Spies. This is a combination album of the first 2 albums of this band. I don't know why I got this CD. They're good albums, but they're not memorable. It's not as memorable as Beau Coup. Like, this is also an 80s band if I remember. The songs sound way too similar for me. But, well, the first 2 ones, Don't Run My Life and She Can't Wait. Like, Don't Run My Life is probably the best one on the entire 2 albums. I kind of regret buying it because I never listened to it. Here we go, Stereophonics. I don't know how many times I've listened to this album. I think it was either top 1 or top 2 album on Spotify Wrapped that I listened to. I listened to this a lot more on the CD as well. This album introduced me to a new way of writing songs, and it really helped me with chords and adding tension and then releasing that tension to make an awesome chorus. Like The Bartender and the Thief, it starts out with a G chord, like a hard G chord, and then it goes to F, and then it goes to a D chord, and that's really interesting. For me at the time, that was really like crazy. Like, why would you do that? But it sounds really good. And then the pre-chorus is a B flat to a G, and that was just so out of my zone at the time. Like, I would never have thought to use those chords. And then after that pre-chorus, it goes into a D and a G chorus, and it's so awesome. That's how you make a song. I also love number 4, Pick Apart That's New. That intro, I immediately loved that intro when I heard it for the first time. How I even found this album in the first place is that I found a Roswell playlist on Spotify with the entire show's soundtrack on it, and Pick Apart That's New was on that, and I just loved that song. I had to listen to the whole album, and it was within a few days that I ordered this on eBay. Here's another Stereophonics album. I got this for about $2 on eBay, which is awesome. This album is one you need to listen to all the way through. It is an experience. It is an epic jam, and I always forget how good it is. But it's like a late night drive kind of playlist. Superman and Dakota are probably the best ones. Now we're on Tarzan. Right here you can see this little poster is actually the cover of this CD. But this entire album is just Phil Collins songs. There's even an NSYNC remix of a song. Obviously, if you like the movie Tarzan, you're gonna like the soundtrack because it's in the movie. The best songs are definitely Strangers Like Me and Son of Man. I've always loved those songs ever since I saw the movie for the first time. Okay, now we're going into what I foreshadowed with Olivia Rodrigo. We got Taylor Swift. And I still don't know if this is a bootleg or not. I'm pretty sure it is because it just doesn't look really high quality. Like the print doesn't look, you probably can't tell on the camera, but it doesn't look high quality enough. There's not even a booklet, it's just one piece of paper. And the texture of the CD is also weird. It does come with another disc, which is a DVD that has like behind the scenes and some music videos, so that's really cool. This is more a compilation album, except for the first song and the last song, which they should be more popular songs. And this is not on Spotify at all. You can only find this on like YouTube or on a CD. Like the first song, Beautiful Eyes, and the last song, I Heart ? They are great songs, and they should have been on real albums. This was a Walmart exclusive or a Target exclusive. It feels very niche because no one seems to talk about this. And the only reason I know this exists is that I was watching a behind the scenes of her Love Story music video, and she had this in the car. If I remember, there was a spider in the car and she hit it with this CD. So this one is another compilation album. Yeah, it's called Fearless, and that's one of her albums, but it also has a lot of songs from her debut album. It also has Beautiful Eyes and I Heart ? So I didn't really need to get that other album, but the Fearless Deluxe Edition, this one is like jam-packed with stuff. It has a DVD in it as well, with a lot of behind the scenes and music videos. It has new songs that were not on the original Fearless, which makes the original Fearless insuperior and kind of insignificant, which is kind of a pet peeve I have with Taylor Swift releases. This is the millennial album. Like, this screams millennial everywhere. Like with We Are Never Getting Back Together and 22, very millennial, like very early 2010s type of stuff. The song State of Grace is actually a really great song. I would say that's the best one on this album. I have certainly listened to this one more than the Stereophonics album. Yeah, I forgot to name drop this, but it's Performance and Cocktails. This is one you gotta listen to all the way through. Evermore by Taylor Swift. It's a very like mellow album. The song titles are in lowercase, so you know it's a very mellow album. Best song, probably Gold Rush or 'Tis the Damn Season. I have two versions of Midnights. One I bought online and one my sister gave to me. This was the first Taylor Swift album I listened to. I don't even know when I started listening to Taylor Swift. I remember early 2023, a few months after this album came out, I started listening to this a lot. I've probably listened to this album more than Performance and Cocktails and Evermore combined. It was definitely one of my top albums 2 years ago on Spotify Wrapped. I have a more emotional connection to this album than it probably gets credit for being good. Not much to say about this other than I really regret it and I wish I could sell this album because it is completely useless. Yeah, all of the Taylor's versions are really stupid. I think they were unnecessary and just a big cash grab because she has all her music, she owns all her music now anyway, so there was no point in doing all this stuff. If any of you want this, let me know. I'll kick it over the street to you. And another cash grab is all of these versions of the same album. Definitely the worst Taylor Swift album I ever heard. Now we got the Cranberries. Yes, I have good music taste, guys. The Cranberries. Yeah, this is a collection of 5 of their albums. They don't seem like official releases. Like, I don't understand what's up with the back. It's really blurry. This album takes me back to my trip in New York that I was talking about earlier because that was the first time I listened to this album. It is a really great album. The best songs are probably Dreams, Sunday, and Linger. I don't know if I listened to this one, but I know I've listened to all of these other ones. Okay, they're good albums, but I can't remember a lot of what they were about. Definitely the significant song is I Shot John Lennon, number 9 on here. I remember Ode to My Family, the first one on whichever album this was, but then this one also has Zombie on it, which is one of their most popular songs. So this is a great introduction to the rest of the Cranberries discography. If you want to get into artists, just buy stuff like this that has their best albums on it, unless you want the physical case like this. And this is the next album I'm going to be talking about. I have a lot of Beatles. I have almost all of the Beatles CDs. This is the first Beatles album, and it has so many awesome ones. Like, I Saw Her Standing There, Please Please Me, Love Me Do, then Twist and Shout. That's the last one. That Twist and Shout, that's one of my favorite songs. It is a cover, but it is amazing. It is, some might say, immaculate. I have a vivid memory of playing Mario Kart while listening to this song, and I'm pretty sure it was the day. Look at my cat, bro. What is going on? Look at my cat, bro. I listened to this album on the day I asked a girl to prom on senior year, so it was like a great day for me. Good memories with this album. With the Beatles, I always forget about this album. It is so great, but I always forget about it because there are also a lot of covers, like Roll Over, Beethoven, Please Mr. Postman, Money. Those are all covers. Devil in Her Heart and You Really Got a Hold on Me, I guess are covers as well. But the first song, It Won't Be Long, that's a great one. And All My Loving. Little Child, that's a bit of a weird song. You can skip that if you want. They're basically calling a girl a little child. Yeah, it's like a basic 1960s pop album. A Hard Day's Night by the Beatles might be my favorite Beatles album. Like the cover alone it looks so great. Like the color coding, whatever, like color, I don't know what, like color theory, whatever. It looks really great. A Hard Day's Night, that's a very memorable song. Hearing the first few seconds of it, you'll know exactly what song it is. And I Love Her, Can't Buy Me Love, Can't Buy Me Love, Love. Yep, I'm Happy Just to Dance With You, that's also a great one. I Should Have Known Better. I don't remember much of the end of it, but it is a good album. I remember walking through the cemetery by my house listening to this album. Beatles for Sale, probably the most unmemorable Beatles album. I always forget this exists. There are good songs on here though, like I'm a Loser and 8 Days a Week. 8 Days a Week is probably the epitome of this album. Revolver has a lot of memorable songs like Taxman, Eleanor Rigby, Here, There, and Everywhere, Yellow Submarine, A Good Day Sunshine. Yeah, this has a lot of great ones. I would highly recommend this album. What I don't like about this one and all of the other albums of the Beatles that came out after this album is that they're in stereo and the audio is like harshly on the left and right. So if you take one headphone out, you only hear like a drum and maybe a bass playing. And then if you put the other one on, you hear all their voices and a guitar and nothing else. And it's very weird. I don't like it. Let It Be Naked. What does that mean? So Let It Be was produced by this guy. I do not remember his name. But basically Paul McCartney didn't like how he produced it. So it took him until 2003 to redo that and basically make Let It Be how he wanted it to sound. I do like it better, especially the Let It Be in this one. Okay, I don't know if I like Let It Be in this one better than the original. There's more going on with the verses, like with the piano. There's more going on with the piano and the solo is different as well, so it's a unique experience to listen to this album. I would recommend it. If you've already heard Let It Be, you might as well listen to this one as well. This is the anthology. The only reason I have this one, the only reason I have any of these Beatles CDs is that I wanted to buy Beatles CDs cheap and sell them on eBay, but I still have not got around to do that. And this is an extra I have another copy of this whole anthology. Well, just the first one. So this is just a collection of their early songs. Like they have awful quality recordings from the early 1960s that they didn't have the technology to remaster, so they sound pretty awful. But the song Free as a Bird, that's one you should definitely listen to. That is the only like new song on this other than those really bad quality ones. All these anthology albums go in tandem with the anthology series that is now on Disney Plus, but I have a VHS version of that documentary series, which I have yet to finish. I should probably do that. Do you like Stranger Things? Well, you're probably gonna like The Clash. This album has Should I Stay or Should I Go? And the reason there is no cover on this is because you can turn it into a poster, and I have that on my wall somewhere. Yeah, this is a good one you should just listen to all the way through. Rock the Casbah and Straight to Hell, Overpowered by Funk. It's definitely impressive. Dude, the Lemon Twigs, ooh. Okay, the Lemon Twigs, one of the best new bands in the last few years. The cover's not on this one because it turns into a poster as well. But this is them. I kind of forgot their name. Nope, wait. Yeah, Brian and Michael Diadario. I think that's how you pronounce it, Diadario. I can't tell them apart because I haven't like seen enough interviews with them, but they are so talented. They play instruments so well. Like if you just see a clip of one of them playing the bass, it'd be like, just really quick. They can play a lot of instruments. Their vibe is like 1960s. It's the Beatles mashed with the Beach Boys and maybe some of the Monkees as well. It's like a continuation of that music. It's awesome. The songs I would highlight on here are My Golden Years, and then the last one, Rock On Over and Over, which it feels like such a Beach Boys song. And their vocals sound a lot like the Beach Boys. This is not even the best of their albums. This is called A Dream Is All We Know. Their best album is called Everything Harmony, and that I think that came out 1 or 2 years before this one. This is their most recent album. But Everything Harmony, that is an experience. Like, I got goosebumps and almost cried when I listened to that album. That was awesome, dude. That one also really opened my eyes to new chord structures and ways to write music. Then we got the Lord of the Rings soundtrack. This one is mostly instrumental except for the last few songs, like May It Be. They have vocals, but most of it is instrumental, so you can leave it on in the background. Like if you haven't seen the Lord of the Rings trilogy, it is a must watch. TobyMac. It's one of his first solo albums. The best song is probably Face of the Earth, but a lot of these are good. Like One World, Made for You, No Ordinary Love. This is a Christian album, by the way. This is the same guy that was on DC Talk. These guys are the same people. This is my favorite TobyMac album. It's such an energetic album. It's almost like a party album. Okay, well, a few of the songs are party album, like Tonight, Funky Jesus music, that's definitely a party song. But then there's City on Our Knees, that's like a slower, more intentional song. Tonight, that's a really good title track. If you want to get into TobyMac, definitely start with this one. I have a lot of memories about listening to TobyMac because that's like all we listened to in the car and at home when I was younger. I remember listening to this I think it was the day it got released, we got the CD for it. This album is like ingrained into my brain. All of these songs are great. Like a Match, Backseat Driver, This Is Not a Test. And here's the last TobyMac album, not the one he released, the last one I have, the most recent one, The Elements. I also remember getting this one when it released. Yeah, all of these songs are good, like The Elements, I Just Need You. The last two albums, Tom Petty and the Heartbreakers, Into the Great Wide Open. I do want to listen to the rest of this album. I've only heard a few of their songs. Like, I think I only listened to the third song, which was the title track, Into the Great Wide Open, which is a great song. From what I've heard, it's a good album. And he made Free Fallin', so I can't doubt his ability in making good music. This one I also got on Zin's Bins. Not much to say about it. It's just a live album of Toto. It has Africa on it. But I haven't listened to it. I really don't care to listen to it. So that is all the CDs on this shelf. Don't worry, I don't have like a crazy amount. I have a whole case of Beatles stuff, and then I have all these audiobooks. I guess I'll quickly go through these. Magic Treehouse. Then I have a bunch of Adventures in Odyssey. These are basically the leftovers of the Beatles CDs I bought on eBay that I didn't want, or that I thought could go for money, so I didn't add them to my collection. I kept them like off to the side because I was gonna sell them on eBay, but I never did. This is just a compilation of 1962 to 1966. This is 67 to 70. We got Anthology. And here's the White Album. This was incredibly discolored when I got it, and it still is, but I had to heavily clean these CDs when I first got them. Yeah, the White Album, definitely an experience. The first part of the album is a coherent album with songs, and this one is just them jamming out and doing whatever they thought would sound good. Like Revolution 9, that is like, it's so weird. It's definitely experimental. Helter Skelter is a good one. Back in the USSR, I love that song. While My Guitar Gently Weeps. Of course, we have Blackbird. That's a great one. I really wish I could play that on the guitar. I saw a video of this girl called Grace Bowers, and she's insane at guitar, and she can play Blackbird on the guitar, and I'm like, what? I told myself I was gonna learn Obladi Oblada on the piano, and I didn't. I should do that. Sgt. Pepper's Lonely Hearts Club Band. Other than the title track and Lucy in the Sky with Diamonds, the third one, it's not for me. I really don't like this album. This one is a weird one. It's like, apparently there was a musical of the Beatles and they used all these songs. It's not really worth getting unless you want to listen to the shortened version of Hey Jude. But why would you want to do that? Magical Mystery Tour and LSD Trip. The only good songs are probably Magical Mystery Tour and Strawberry Fields Forever. Here's the Beatles Past Masters Volume 1. Just a compilation album of their hits, I guess. Yellow Submarine, just a compilation album again. I don't know if the second part of this is like instrumentals like these ones. I haven't listened to this one. I have seen the film that this goes with though. It's a good movie actually. Then we have Let It Be, the original. So there you go, Casey Beaumont's CD collection as of December 2025. It'll surely be a lot larger by the end of next year because of my Spotify erratification. If you have any music recommendations, let me know.